R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Oh, little respect. I'll be honest with you. Well, this fucking truck not respecting my beginning of my podcast. I don't even know if you guys can hear half the sounds that I hear because I, tweak this shit, mix and master. I'm a master audio engineer, no big deal. I like how I say I'm a master audio engineer as my audio software cuts out. Very cool. Cool. Great way to start the podcast. Anyway, we are back. Stay with me. On topic. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Yeah, we back, ladies and gentlemen. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what makes the world go round, right? Respect. You gotta have respect. Your boy's in a great place. A great place. Dealt with some bullshit. Came out on top. Life throws you some drama, and sometimes you either just keep taking the drama or you just gotta go, you know what? I'm out. Crazy. But I feel good. I feel I'm in a good place, if you will. It's funny how when you're a kid, you think of like silly things that people say, and then you don't understand, like you make fun of them and then you hit a certain age, hashtag old AF, and they just start making sense. Like when you say things like, I'm in a good place. When I was a kid, if someone say, I'm in a good place, I'd be like, you fucking fruit ball, you're in a good place. Where we're at, I was always that annoying kid that just like, to give anything literal, people would be like, I'm in a good place. And I'd be like, yeah, the mall. Okay. I'm just kidding. I wasn't really that bad of a kid like that. I was pretty empathetic. I was the kid that would always try to like help a baby bird. I remember one time a mouse got caught in a mouse trap, and it's just his little foot just caught in a mouse trap. And I was like, you know what? I treated him like Anne Frank or like the Underground Railroad. I would help all the little rodents get out. I remember that one in particular. I got a plastic bottle because, listen, your boy's not an idiot. I got a plastic bottle, popped the mouse trap up, got the mouse into the bottle. I took it out to the desert. Plot twist. I lived in the desert. Everywhere was the desert. But I took it to the empty lot near my house, and I just let that little mouse go. And it looked back at me, and it was like, thanks, friend. At least that's what I thought it said. In my mind, I think I was, this was like when The Land Before Time came out. So like animals talking and everything like that was huge. So that was it. That's how I grew up. Always a man of those that needed help, in those clutch moments. Definitely not a serial killer, because I didn't have that hurting animals intentionally. Your boy might have had too many animals as a little kid, and that might have been an issue, and maybe I forgot to feed a couple animals. That's fine. I had to learn that responsibility the hard way, that animals indeed do need to eat. Okay, it's not like the movies where you just never see food. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I had a snake once growing up. Not really a fan of snakes, like having them as pets. I'm not a snake person. Whenever someone had a pet snake, I'd be like, you're kind of weird, huh? Kind of creepy. Probably got some boneless wings hiding around here. Always weird. They were more of like an oddity. When you like go to Venice Beach or something, there's some dude with a python. I never touched those people's snake. Giggity. Hashtag no pedophile. The people that just had snakes on the street, and they were just like, oh, you want to take a picture with it? Dudes that had random parrots on their shoulder, that's more okay. Okay, you go down to Venice and some dude's skateboarding by with a parrot on his shoulder. That shit's tight. I want to talk to that guy because I'm like, how'd you just get this parrot to be cool here? And it's going at least 23 miles per hour, and it's just staying on your shoulder. It doesn't care at all. It knows what it's doing. It knows that we skating. We out here, fam. It knows that it's cutting and shredding and getting bitches and shit, Bitches love a good parrot. Everybody knows that. But yeah, I don't mess with the people with the snakes. The snake one is just weird to me. It's too much. And there's no, you want me to pet your Sorry, I just got a text message. Make sure everybody's safe. You want me to pet your snake? You better be working in the zoo, okay? But there better be some insurance liability more than you just running off into the wilderness and I'm sitting here dying from a python bite. I don't know if that thing's infected. You go to Florida. Do you know Florida has such an issue with giant pythons and anacondas because people just let them go? Same thing with gators. People flush gators down the toilet. What the fuck? You're just putting a gator down a toilet? I don't even think it's good. You better make sure a fish is dead if you're going to flood it or flush it. I know some people, they just don't want pets anymore. They'll flush them down the toilet. Hey, piece of shit, You got to accept that responsibility. Listen, I have a dog. My dog is from the pound, and I accept Beowulf for who she is. Yeah, did I fuck up, give her a boy name? Did it maybe make her a little weird? Yeah, but you know what? Beowulf's from the pound. Beowulf is from the pound. I found out this recently. Beowulf doesn't like to cuddle that much. She's not very affectionate when it comes to cuddling. She's happy and loves to play and everything, but there's certain things that she just doesn't do. And one of those things is she doesn't really like to cuddle that much. She doesn't like, if I go on the couch or on the floor and I try to lay with her and force her into a spoon or just to cuddle, she'll literally put her paw on my face and be like, and just push me away or just get up and leave. And I'm like, I love you, She's like, fuck you. But I found out it's because I got her too early from the pound. Beowulf was abandoned, okay? She was just a little thing. She was like 4 weeks old or some shit. And when they were giving me to her, they were like, whoa, this dog is way too little to give out. We're supposed to wait at least, I forgot what week it was. And the thing is, she was with no other puppies. She was just with older dogs in the kennel. She wasn't even in the puppy side. She never learned how to cuddle because that's something she learns at like 6 weeks with other dogs. Sorry, that's super loud, my phone. So it's just crazy. I just threw my phone on the ground. Don't give a shit. You guys are more important to me right now. People listen to me. It's good to not be distracted. Isn't that the worst when you're out on a dinner with somebody, when there used to be dinners, when that was a thing, you'd go with people and you'd be telling a story? That's got to be the worst, one of the worst things that can happen when you're trying to tell a story to someone who's looking at their phone. That irks me so bad, is when you're telling someone something and they're like, dude, that's crazy. And they're in it for part of the conversation, and then the phone comes out, and then they're just like this. You see them drifting away, and you're like, oh no, you're looking at bitches on Instagram or TikTok. You just hear, I'm a savage. It's the worst. That's the best thing someone can do. This is what I try to do when I go to dinner, is you sit down and you put your phone away. Phone's gone till we pay the bill. It doesn't exist anymore. Fairy dust. You're all that matters, baby, And you talk to the person. So how have you been? Good, blah, blah. Get that first, how have you been, out of the way. How are things going? Good. Okay, you let that one sink in. We'll just get that formality out of the way. No, really, how have you been? What's going on? What have you been up to? How does it make you feel? I love to have real conversations. I don't like to do this bullshit, superficial. Oh my God, so we're planning this and these people and blah, blah, blah. Now I want to know some real shit. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Aspirations, giggity. But yeah, anyway, the whole point of that, I'm going to reel in this rabbit hole. Hashtag Peter Rabbit. Reeling it back out of the rabbit hole. Beowulf doesn't like to cuddle. She's got some issues, okay? Does she trust people? Not really. Why? Because she's been, crackheads in the Antelope Valley have tried to attack her. That's just the story, okay? So she's got some issues. She's got a little bit of that pound dog wired into her. Who knows how her parents were, okay? She's a hood rat. She's just like me. We're a couple street rats just out here trying to rock it in the free world. So Beowulf has some issues. But I don't flush Beowulf down the toilet. Okay, I accept her for who she is, and I accept the responsibility that I got Beowulf, okay? Until the day I die or she dies, that's my Beowulf. I don't give a shit if she comes with baggage. I'm going to handle that baggage. All that to be said, I can't stand when people just flush shit down the toilet. Fish, gators. No, this is part of life. You have to learn how to raise that thing. You can't just flush it down the toilet like it's cocaina and the fucking SWAT is at the door. Let me in. Mira, flush it. You always got some Latina girlfriend just trying to flush it really fast. And then they flip on you so fast. It's that puto over there. Okay? I told you don't do this. That's my favorite Latina accent right there. I told you don't do this. I know you're talking to those little bitches. Latinas be crazy, you know? Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And listen, there's no offense because listen, you don't get, like that's the thing is people think there's ever a free ride. There's no free ride in life. Everything has a cost, you know? There's no free lunch. You're going to pay your ticket no matter what. That's why I love the quote, if you choose a life of discipline, if you seek a life of freedom, you'll become a slave to your desires. But if you live a life of discipline, you'll find liberty. Bars. Old school, weird white wig hat probably times bars. Whenever someone uses the quote liberty, you know that shit's old. But I love that because if you take that free meal, you're going to pay the ticket. There's no free ride. No one just gets something without anything. I don't care. Listen, you eat a candy bar, it tastes delicious, you're going to pay the ticket. Okay? It's going to cost you something. There's nothing that's free in this world, nor should it be. Okay? People inherit money, get so much money, become privileged. There's no free ride to that. Why? Because you're not going to build any skills. People aren't going to like you. You're going to be alienated. You're going to be a terrible human to deal with. Okay? The same thing. There's no free ride. And I forgot what we were even talking about. I blanked completely right now. We just started going. Oh, Latinas. We're back, baby. Peter Rabbit. Sorry, Peter Rabbit gets lost in the tunnels too, you know? But this is the point I'm making is that you date a Latina, they're hot, they're spicy, you know, they're great. Better be ready for the price. You ever eat jalapenos? You ever get a little too wild and you have too many peppers with dinner? And you're like, yeah, they're really hot, but they taste good and you're sweating? When are you going to pay the price? Not at that moment when it tastes good and you're enjoying the moment and the music is great. It's when you got to take shit, okay? That's when it's going to come bite you in the ass, literally. Pun bars. Yeah. I don't give a shit about talking about stand-up bits anymore, you know, because or doing them on here because we don't even know when stand-up is coming back. And to be honest with you, I'm ready to write all new material, okay? This stuff is going away. And I would do this joke and I would say, I dated a few Latinas growing up. That's why I always look tired. And it's true. Latinas I think this is the thing is people who get jealous in general, your boy, I'll admit, I used to get jealous when I was young because I didn't understand life. And sometimes when you're young, you're just insecure. You're going through shit and you got to work it out. And hopefully you put the time in and take responsibility for yourself and you deal with that jealousy. You realize it's not the other people, that it's you, and you live a life that's just free from that. But dealing with jealous people is hard. And I'll be honest with you, and you can't lie to me. Latinas tend to be jealous. They're territorial. It's a culture thing, you know? Jealousy is almost like a rite of passage for them. Like Latinas are like ready to have kids once they smack you in the head once. I think when Latinas, like normal girls, go through puberty and everything, Latinas, when they go, okay, who is this puta? That's when they can have kids then, you know, because they're like, oh, now they're a full Latina, you know? Whenever their neck starts going like this, like a fucking bobblehead, that's when they're ready. It's too much. It's spicy. It's spicy. It'll age you, you know? It's worse than, what is that sugar substitute? Acetylene? Aspartame? Aspartame? I don't know what it's called. I've heard it called so many different things. Kind of like what some people call memes. I've had someone tell me that. That was the biggest okay boomer moment ever. When someone said, dude, look at this funny meme. I was homeschooled. And even I know I'm like, that's not a meme. You know? Meme. I'm going to start calling it though. Hey, bro, did you see that meme I just posted? Shit was fire. That was a fire meme. So funny. Latinos. They're like Professor X. They just like think they have a superpower to figure out when you're doing something wrong. They just think hard enough and it comes to them. They're like, I know that puto is with her right now. I had nothing planned to talk about right there, and we just did like 15 minutes on nothing. I hope that was good for you guys. Podcast isn't over. We're actually going to start this thing now. Cue the intro music. That was tight the way I did that, huh? That's the thing, baby. I'm running this ship. I can start it wherever. I can just drop the intro music in wherever I want. Ready? You want it again? Don't tempt me. Oh, a little bit gone. All right. Oh, yep. Okay, we're back. No intro music. This has always been the dream. Building my own thing and just running with it. And eventually this is going to be an even bigger ship. And we're going to have some shipmates. And we're going to go after booty. You know, just rocking it in the free world. Going after booty. Just doing weird shit. Maybe let some spiders bite us. Try to get some superpowers. That was the greatest segue ever. I saw that on the news that these little kids, 3 little kids let spiders bite them to try to get superpowers. That is the whitest thing you could ever do, okay? No one believes in magic like white people, you know? No one believes in magic. You want to know why? Because all the other nationalities have some form of like Santeria or some weird island magic or just something. No one else like just goes to a show because there's something in their culture that they've already been through that they're like, either a lot of people think it's real or, you know, it's bullshit, but no one likes just magic like that, like some Marvel shit, okay? These little kids let spiders bite them because they thought they would turn into Spider-Man. They thought it could give them powers. How do you get so far down a road as a kid where you can speak and think you could get turned into a Spider-Man? Like, where do you learn that from? Is that the parents? Is it the culture? What is it? I don't know. You're going to have to ask them. I don't know if I would want my kids back. If I go to like, you know, you have that moment as a parent and you're just like running through the hospital. You're like, where is he? Where's my son? And then you get through and then you're like, they won't let you in. They're like, he's resting right now. And you're like, what happened to him? Was it a shooting? I knew we should have homeschooled him. And they're like, sir, Mr. Lopez, calm down, calm down. I'll tell you, he's going to be fine. Your son's going to pull through. He's strong. And I'll be like, that's my boy. And they're like, he let a spider bite them because he thought he would get superpowers. That's not my boy anymore. That's y'all boy. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. Whoever talked to him last. That's your, you know, like when people tell you not to touch a baby bird because the parent's not going to want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Okay, you touched it. You touched it. It's not mine anymore. I just feel you've failed as a parent if your kid reaches an age where they can talk and think they might actually become Spider-Man by letting a Black Widow, it was a Black Widow, by the way, bite them. I don't know how that happens. I mean, I guess there's people out there doing crack and someone's parents, excuse me, let them get to that point, you know? That's the thing that's crazy. This is probably the biggest thing, if you're going to take anything profound away from this. Probably not. Think about the world. The internet has made it seem like all these crazy things are going on around us. But when I go outside and I see just where I live, a natural observation of the world around you, I don't see that much crazy stuff. It's very rare. But if you go on the internet where there's a curation of just crazy shit, you're going to think the world is way nuttier than it is. And in some ways it is, because all this stuff wouldn't be in existence. I wouldn't think that there was little kids who were letting spiders bite them unless the news said it. And then you dive deeper into that story and you find out, oh, this happens more than once. The internet is a crazy place. That's why I don't take the internet that serious. I use the internet for what it is, and I try to get out. I try to get out. I try to use it as a tool and not get pulled into it. Okay, the internet is revolutionary. If you think about it, you have a smartphone, you are a wizard. You go back 100 years, you're a goddamn wizard with a smartphone. But we don't look at it that way. Instead, we look at it as tits and ass, TikTok dances, the dumbest shit. Instead of everybody being like, yo, we're wizards, we need to act like it, everybody's just fighting. We're using it as a tool to just fight. That's why I don't understand all this political shit. I know we've talked more and more about politics on here, but I don't understand why when something happens, instead of being like, okay, how do we get better as people? Because I feel like that should be the American way, and that should be the world way, is rather than finding a way to blame another political party or the people that aren't like you, how do we find a way to help everybody instead of reacting like, oh, the Democrats did this, oh, the Republicans did this. Can you believe they want to do that? And everything's political. We waste so much energy and magic. I'm gonna start calling it magic because I really do believe this is my weird shit. I look at creativity as fucking magic, fairy dust. Okay, because you literally can take your energy and make something from nothing, an idea. Just because it doesn't sparkle and it's not like, we don't look at it as magic. Do I really think it's magic, witchcraft? No. Listen, all my little Wiccan friends, don't at me, okay? But I really do believe like creativity and creating stuff is a form of magic. I was just talking shit about magic, and now I'm literally like, I believe in magic. I'm a wizard. But I like the idea, and that's what I want my world to be, the wizardry world. I'm going to Hogwarts. Is just creating stuff, using the platform and my life to just try to create stuff and push the next generation and be like just something good for the culture and for the world. Like give back and find a way to just move it forward a little bit. Be bigger than what you are and who you are. And I think that's what gets lost, and you can waste you have like a capital. This is like the worst self-help book. You have like capital, and it's your attention span, and it's what you can do within a day. I think so many people waste it on arguing in politics on Facebook and just mindless shit that doesn't matter. People get lost in celebrity world. People get lost in porn. People get lost in TikTok. People get lost in just this monkey dopamine brain feed cycle of just you wake up, you go on your phone, you blow out all your dopamine on Instagram because your body's not meant and doesn't know how to regulate what it's actually seeing. And then you go through the day trying to get that dopamine rush back. And then you're going to the gym and you're trying to do this. And then you need these uppers. And then you need this and that. And then you can't unwind because you have all this artificial shit. And you've spent all your energy and magic on shit that doesn't matter. And it's not helping you. So then you feel worse the next day. And don't even get me started about eating Doritos. Okay. Because your boy will go down a Dorito rabbit hole. Okay. Peter Rabbit Ranch Doritos bars. But it's true. Like you can just go down a certain kind of rabbit hole. I don't know why I said rabbit hole, but you can just go down like a lifestyle of just wasting all your energy on shit that never matters. It's like literally you're stuck in the mud and you're just revving your engine and wasting all your fuel, just kicking up mud in the same place. It's like you got the e-brake pulled and you're still trying to drive and you're fighting and arguing with people who don't matter. That's like one thing that I'm starting to like realize in my life is that I don't want to be around people that they don't add anything. They're not trying to improve their lives and they try to drag you down. I'm realizing you don't have to have those people in your life. You can just move on. It's sad. You have to cut some ties and everything like that. But sometimes you can just move on and just be like, I'm done. I'm done because I'm not wasting any more of my magic on this. Okay, I'm going to go spend this magic somewhere else, you know? And I think that's something that can come out of this pandemic is like, you start realizing what's important and you start realizing how unstable the economy is, in the sense of you go through this fabricated world of the way our economy has been with corporate jobs and all this stuff, where it's like, that's not always going to be there. That literally someone can tell you to stop doing this or doing that. But like becoming more self-sufficient and figuring out a way to create your own life where you're not just working for someone else and wasting all your magic on someone else's dream. It's like, that's the biggest thing, is like, you can waste all your magic. What's that quote? It's, you can spend time building your own dreams, or you're going to get paid to build someone else's. It's so true. That's why anybody, you can reach out to me. If I don't know you, you can reach out to me. I help anybody who wants to start their own business, who wants to start their own podcast, whatever you want to do. If I have some kind of expertise in it, I'll just give you it, the blueprint, what I did. I'll save you that bullshit time, because you know what? I spent a lot of time wasting time trying to figure out the right ways to do things. I could save someone months, a year, whatever it was, even if it's a week of research. I would be more than happy to help someone, okay? Because I wasted all that time. But guess what? There was a lot of things that I do now with podcasting and what I've learned how to do that people have saved me so much time. That was weird. Did you guys just see that? I think I have fucking magic in me. Dude, I pointed at the light and it went out. I swear to God, I don't even have... There's no way I could have even done that. Oh, that shit's wild. It just came back on. That makes no sense. If you're watching the video, that was weird. If you believe in magic, and I hope you do. You know what? This has been a breakthrough. This is The Secret. You know that book, The Secret? That's what this is now, because I just willed this all into existence. And now I am a wizard, okay? So fuck all you. I'm done. But I think the big point I'm making is that I would just hope that with all the technology and what we have available to us, we just build better things. And rather than just wasting your time arguing about Facebook politics and shit and things that, and I don't know, people just get miserable and they want to make other people miserable. So they're, you just gotta matrix that shit and just keep on going, baby. You gotta run past them. You're trying to get the end zone. Don't worry about fighting with everybody trying to tackle you. Just 360 spins, get to the end zone. Bars. I don't even know what else I had that I want to talk about. Oh, this is just a weird random fact. Mario from Mario Brothers, he's 39. Okay, that's the age that they deemed him as. Hey, you know how old Princess is? Princess Peach? Take a guess. I'll wait. 15. Okay? She's 15 years old. Mario? Pedophile pizza man or plumber. Pedophile plumber. Not okay. I don't like that they did that. If you Google it, you can Google it. And these are facts. Which is a plot twist because Koopa was just trying to rescue her from a pedophile. Okay? He was a good lizard that someone flushed down the toilet and he became Koopa. No, he's a turtle. Is he a turtle? 100% a turtle. God. I think he's a dragon, to be honest with you. But he's actually out there doing the Lord's work. So it's all perspective. It's a plot twist. That's an M. Night Shyamalan Sixth Sense plot twist. There wasn't any more on that. That was just a fun fact for you that I learned that and I was like, oh, I got to tell people about this. More people should know this. So shame on you, Mario. You know, he's all, hey, it's me, Mario. That's what he says in the back of a cop car as they're taking him away. And they're like, Mario, do you have anything to say about yourself? And he's just like, it's me, Mario. I was just trying to lay some pipe. Mario, you creep. That really is it. Now that it sounds like it, he sounds like a pedophile. Hey, it's me, Mario. She's like, she's just 15. She's just like, I don't know about this. This is kind of weird. I don't really trust you. I don't really know you. And you have a full mustache. I'm just a kid. This is creepy. No, it's me, Mario. And he's like, I don't want to go to the movies with you. I don't want to hang out. Can we just go inside like they're in the parking lot? And he's like, you can trust me. It's me, Mario. She's like, no, I'd really just like to get going. And then fucking Koopa is over in a bush thinking about the family that flushed him down the toilet. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to be better with my life. I'm going to make a difference. And he's going to see Mario being a fucking creep. And he'd be like, hey, excuse me, princess, are you okay? And then she's like, yeah, I'm okay. Don't steal me. Don't rescue me. And Mario's just this fucking sick pedophile who's just like, hey, where are you going? She's a fresh, huh? That's a mean little peach, huh? Creep. Fucking creep. Luigi's just the brother just trying to get him out of trouble. He's like, dude, Mario, not again, okay? If we rescue her, it's just to get her back to her parents. They're worried sick, okay? But I can't keep deleting these online profiles for you, okay? I can't keep covering this up. And he's also a drug addict, like when he takes mushrooms. Dude, what the fuck? I'm having a fucking mind-blowing moment. He eats magic mushrooms and grows. That he's just tripping. And he does a little PCP, he's the star, and he just runs through walls and beats up turtles to get back his princess who he thinks he's rescuing from a fucking Koopa. Koopa's just trying to do the right thing. Wow. Hey, where are you going? Oh, Mario. I hope that's true because, I mean, Google said it, but maybe your Google's different. I mean, actually, now I kind of hope it isn't true. But if it is, that was a great little rant about that he's a creepy-ass plumber that eats mushrooms and is a pedophile. He spends his weekends being a pedophile and creeping on princesses. You find out she's not even a princess. She's just a girl that plays AOIS soccer. And he's stalking her. It's a me princess. I bring her pizza. She's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. You have a car, but, you know, it's weird. No, it's not. Oh. Oh, man. He's a plumber, right? Is he a painter also? I always get confused with pizza because he's obviously Italian. And I feel like I used to eat food at a Italian restaurant that was called like Mario's, or Mario was their mascot. Fascinating stuff. We've had a hell of a podcast, huh? It might not have been great for you, but you know what? This was a fun podcast for me, okay? This is a fun podcast for me. I had a great time talking to you guys today. Things are interesting in the pandemic. Things are starting to open back up. We're going to see what happens, baby. We're going to see what happens. I just saw barbershops opened up. My hair is finally getting out of the awkward stage. I still want to cut it. I'm over it. I'm ready to have a new hairstyle. But places are starting to open up. I'd like to talk to you guys more. If you, that sounds so sad. I'd like to talk to you guys more if anybody's listening. But people DM me and they say they like the podcast and everything. You guys, how do you feel about the pandemic? Like, how do you feel about things opening up? I know what it's like talking to friends, but the people who reach out to say they like the podcast and are listening, what do you think about the pandemic? Okay. In the sense of everything's opening up, I'll be honest with you. This will be a teaser just for the listeners, so you guys know what's coming down the pipe. Your boy has another parody song ready. Okay. Just got to re-record the final song and film the music video for it with a green screen. But this is going to knock the Hello Adele parody dick in the dirt. Oh, you know, it's going to be phenomenal. And you know what? There was a few parody ripoffs, and people tell me that. People send me it. They're like, Evans was better. Like they'll screenshot it. Like my boy Sam. Shout out to Sam. Ride or die. There were so many parodies. I was the Hello Adele parody first. I was the first one on YouTube. That's why I did it. Because if I had seen other corny ones, I probably wouldn't have done it. I didn't want to do the My Corona. So hacky. So hacky. I'm sorry if you did one. But it's just so low-hanging fruit. That's what it was. but I wanted something that was clever and quick. So I literally came up with that. I wrote it, recorded it, filmed the video, and edited it all in the same night. From start to finish, that was like a 3-hour process from thinking of the idea, recording it, writing it, all that shit. I obviously wrote it before I recorded it, but yeah. But this new one, it's original, and I think it's going to be great. Way more production value in this one. I'm not just going to sing a verse. I'm going to be rapping a full song and filming a full music video in front of the green screen. And I think it's going to be glorious. And I think it's going to go viral. It's going to go viral. The Hello Adele one had like 12,000 views on YouTube or something. Like over 100 shares. This one, we're hitting 100,000. I can feel it. Okay. It's very shareable. So be on the lookout for that. And just know I love you guys. And I'll see you next week.